Hello and welcome to Aset channel. My name's John Rowan. Recently I went to Miyajima Island in Hiroshima and I was very surprised because I found an old British car. So you have a picture of this British car. It's very old. It's maybe 50 or even 60 years old. So I was very surprised to see it. But when I saw it I started to think of my childhood, because often when I was a child I would see these cars on the roads in England. So that brings us to today's grammar. So if we look at the first example here. Old British cars remind me of my childhood. So when I see an old British car, I think about my childhood, my time when I was a child in England. Always they remind me. Other things remind me of different things. So if we look at number 2. Heavy metal reminds me of my teenage years. When I was a teenager, I loved heavy metal music. I often went to heavy metal concerts. So now, when I hear heavy metal music, I think of my teenage years. So heavy metal music reminds me of my teenage years. Next one. Playing pool reminds me of university. So this pool is a game. In Japan you have the game, but it has a different name. It's called billiards in Japan, or billiard. But the English name is pool. When I was at university with my friends, I often played pool. So if I play pool now, it reminds me of my university days. And the last example today. Indian curry reminds me of England. For British people, most British people like Indian curry. There are many Indian restaurants in England. When I lived in England, I often ate Indian food. And now, whenever I eat Indian food, I think about England. I think of my life in England. So, our grammar today reminds me of. Old British cars remind me of my childhood. Heavy metal reminds me of my teenage years. Playing pool reminds me of my university days. And Indian curry reminds me of England. Thank you very much for watching ASET channel today. My name's John Rowan. Please come and visit us again. Thank you.